Hi, my name is Tina, and I'm doing a short video on how to obtain your South Carolina real estate license if you are licensed in North Carolina or you are in the process of getting your license in North Carolina. This video can pertain to anyone who is out of state from South Carolina, but I'm only speaking for personal experience. I hope this will help someone to obtain the South Carolina real estate license. So let's get started. The first tip is do what I say and not as I did. I wanted to get everything together, my North Carolina real estate license and my South Carolina real estate license. However, it does not work that way. You first need to obtain your North Carolina real estate license in order to start your application for South Carolina. And also, you should be active in North Carolina, or I'm sure any other state for those of you that are watching from another state. So you have to be active with an agency, with a BIC. So unfortunately, I was not when I started. I started my application, and it's pretty straightforward except for a few documents. And you want to have all your documents together before you start your online application. Otherwise, you can't open your application after you've already submitted it. You would have to submit the documents to a South Carolina representative of the commission or office. So the two documents that really confused me, and I'll pull them up if I have them so I can get the correct name for them. Here it is. So I didn't have all my documents when I started my application, and the South Carolina Real Estate Commission office sent me a list of things that I needed that I did not have. One of those that I did not understand was an affidavit for eligibility. This document you have to have notarized, and you can go to your local bank that you bank with and get it notarized for free. But if you don't have a bank or they don't have a notary available at that bank, you can pay $5 and have any notary notarize that document. Secondly, I didn't know what a certification of licensure is. Say that 5 times fast. Certification of licensure. That's basically a history of your license. And it doesn't matter if you're a new real estate agent in North Carolina, you still have to have a history of your license. That document you can find on the North Carolina Commission website, and you pay $10 and it automatically populates the history of your license, even if you're new. Another thing that you have to have is a background check, and you cannot use your previously received background check from North Carolina. You have to start a new background check with a third-party company with the South Carolina Commission, and they'll tell you that that's pretty straightforward. I will mention that unlike North Carolina, the background check company usually sends you an email that says your background check is ready. But with South Carolina's background check, the third party that they use did not email me, and my application was sitting there. My background check was actually sitting for weeks because I didn't know that it was ready. And when I finally called, they said, oh, it's been ready. It's just been sitting here. So just make sure that you call and receive your background check via email, but you do have to follow up. So with that said, okay, so you have all those documents together. You'll have other documents that you need as far as like your ID, your passport or whatever second ID that you have. You have to upload all those documents. Like I said, get it all together so you don't have to do it twice. Just upload it when you have everything. You have to upload your certificate of North Carolina, your license, and your licensure history, your affidavit that's notarized, all of that together, put it online and submit it. Then if you have everything, you will receive a letter that says, you are eligible to take the South Carolina state exam, and you can go ahead and schedule that through PSI website, which is very easy to do. The test, at least in 2016, October, cost what did it cost? $55. Cost $55 anytime you take it. If you take it one time, it's $55. If you take it two times, it's $55. It's $55. But if you don't have all the application, and let's say you missed something, the South Carolina Commission representative will send you a list of things that you forgot and check off the things that you forgot, and you'll have to email it to that representative that works at the commission. And that's easy to do, but it takes a little bit longer. Now, taking your test. South Carolina test is 35 questions. The best way I can recommend to study is using an app and website called Quizlet. I used it and I was able to pass the test with flying colors. Obviously, I don't know what I got, but I passed. And I'm very happy. That app, Quizlet, had so many questions that were relevant to the test. I'm not going to go over specific questions, but trust me, if you read over half the different study guides that previous students have left on Quizlet, you won't need any other study assistance. I didn't buy an extra book for South Carolina test. A lot of it is based on your knowledge of North Carolina, but there are some specific differences that you need to know, and you will find that on Quizlet. If, for example, you don't want to look up Quizlet, although I've given you this great advice, you can always go on the South Carolina Commission. There are certain links about property disclosures, about the license law in South Carolina, and it's a very long, legal, straightforward document that you can read. And I did go through that, but it's a very tedious, long document that I definitely needed some supplementation just so I can get through all of it and reinforce what that document said and trigger my memory so that I was able to apply that information to the test by using the Quizlet app. Use the Quizlet app if you can. If you possibly can, please just do it. It's free. You don't even really have to sign up. Just Google Quizlet South Carolina exam, state exam, and all the stuff will come up. Great questions, great answers. Wow, it was great. Thank you for whoever was on Quizlet and inputted that information. It took a long time, I'm sure. And it helped me pass my test. So once you go to the PSI testing center and you pass your test, the PSI testing center rep will give you 3 documents. She'll give you 2 past confirmation sheets with your picture on it, one for you and one for your BIC, and then she'll give you a 3rd document for your BIC to sign, and you will have to submit a $50 check with the signature of your BIC and send that in to the South Carolina Commission. The $50 check is $25 a year to become a broker of South Carolina. If you're watching this on the 2016 side, then you will receive your South Carolina broker's license right away if you send that $50 in. But if you don't, and you're watching this on the 2017 side, the law will be changed. They are changing the law so that you will have to wait a year to receive your provisional broker's license. Now, in 2016, they're requiring you to do 30 CE hours to receive your broker's license, which is not provisional. But you can also send that $50 in, and I think that certifies you as a South Carolina broker. I'm still waiting for my final certificate, but I will be getting that since I passed the test and sent in my $50. And it takes a couple weeks, but it's pretty fast. And yeah, once you get all your documentation in, once you take your test, it's pretty straightforward. I hope these tips have helped you. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear your feedback about your experience. And thank you. Have a great day.